Right, this is a channel for the girls who get it. If you are a girl who does not get it, this is not the channel for you. Hello and welcome to my channel for the girls who just get it. If you're trying to get it, you're in the right place. So I was actually sent some products by e.l.f. for their new campaign. I was sent their smoky liners, which you can see me swatching here. I was sent 2 eyeshadow palettes, but the one that I'm using in this video is the total show. Hey, I don't know. Anyway, and I was also sent their smudge and smoke eyeliner brush and their e.l.f. Incredi-curl mascara. So I'm going to use these products to create a smoky, sultry, sexy look. So I'm going to start by doing my eyebrows. I like to use a really nice thin brow pencil. So I'm using the Brow Define pencil by Makeup Academy. And I plan to do like a really in-depth video on how I do my eyebrows, but you can see I'm a girl who loves a thin brow. So I've shaved my brows to oblivion, and then I'm basically going to just shape them out. I don't fill them in with this product because I'm then going to go in with my NYX brow tint pen in the shade Espresso. And I like this because it's kind of got like a felt tip liner tip, super sharp. So this is perfect for getting those really nice, really sharp brow hair stroke looks. So I didn't fill in the pencil, if that makes sense. Like I didn't fill it in with pencil. I'm going to fill it in with my NYX brow tint pen. And then once I'm happy with that, I'm going to go in with a cut crease brush. So this is actually a paintbrush just because I like how thin and sharp it is. And I'm going to go in with my NYX Bear With Me concealer serum, and I'm using this in the shade medium. I'm using this just for the tail of my brow, just because if I use this to carve out my whole brow, I'm going to get a halo brow, and that is not a cute look. Your concealer shade for your brows should be like 1 to 2 shades lighter than you. The reason why I'm using a bright one just for the tail is because I just want it to be extra bold. But as you can see, I'm now going in with the correct shade of concealer for my brows, which is in deep golden, again NYX, and I'm just kind of blending that out. I plan to do a video where I go like in depth on how I do my brows, why I'm doing them. This is not that video. We're here for the eye look. So once I've placed my concealer down, I'm then going to go in with my Made by Mitchell curve case, and I'm going to use the shade Shady Lady Shade, I don't know. Anyway, I'm putting that in my nose bridge, and I'm going to buff it up into the front of my brows and kind of down into my nose, and this acts as a nose contour. I do this all the time when I'm doing makeup. There'll be never a time when I'm doing makeup where I don't do this. I'll either use a cream product like what you can see I'm doing here, or I'll just go in with a bronzer. So as you can see, I'm buffing it into the front of my brows. Don't worry if the front of your brows kind of get like lost in the sauce. It doesn't matter because later on we're going to go back in and add in those brow strokes hairs with the NYX brow tint pen. But yeah, this is also a perfect trick. If you have done your brows and the front of your brows are looking really blocky, really sharp, getting some bronzer and buffing it into the front of your brows helps to soften the look down. Because one thing about me is I hate a blocky brow. This is not the channel for blocky brows, okay? I'm about to teach you people some stuff, okay? I hope that in a year's time I never see anyone who watches this channel doing a blocky brow. Okay, so yeah, I kind of buffed this into the front of my brow. And what you're going to see me soon do is I'm then going to go in with a clean eyeshadow brush, a little bit bigger than the one that I'm currently using right now. It's going to be nice and fluffy. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be softening down this bronzer and this nose contour. One thing about me, I hate harsh lines. I don't want to see it. I don't want to smell it. I don't even want to be in the same room as a harsh line. So this is me going in with a clean brush now, and I'm really just softening everything down. You don't, you want your makeup to look like it's melted into your skin, like it's actually coming out of your face. You don't want harshness. But yeah, anyway, as you can see with this bronzer, it's kind of adding that structure to my nose, and it's just looking really good. One thing I will say is you do not want to kind of touch the tail of your brow where we put that lighter concealer. We want that part to stay nice and bright. Then I'm going in with this like camel color. You can also use a bronzer, and I'm basically again buffing it into the front of my brow. So basically what we did with the cream product, and then what you're going to see me do is this. So I'm going to look straight forward, and the center of my eye, kind of where my pupil is, from the center of my eye, this is where I'm going to start bringing the product up into my nose bridge, but then I'm going to bring it down. Oh, before I do that, I put concealer on my lid. My bad. So yeah, put some concealer on your lid. The reason we're putting concealer on our lid is because we want to give our eyeshadow something to stick to. If there's no concealer on your lid, you're not going to get good color payoff. Your product's not going to have anything to stick to. So this is why we put concealer. This is just the deep golden. Anyway, this is what I was talking about. Center of my eye. You want to bring the product up into the center of your eye, and then you want to bring it down and out. Do you see? Up, down, and out. You want to avoid the tail of your brow. We do not want to mess that up because we want that part to stay nice and defined. That's the part of your brow you do not want to touch, because as soon as you start touching that, your brows are not going to look as sharp and as defined. So up into the front of your eyebrows, and then down. This is going to give me that sultry winged out look. And this is still that camel color, so that bronzer color, and this is just going to act as a base. If I had just gone in with like my dark smoky colors, it's not going to look good. It's not going to look cohesive. I do this for basically every eye look. So yeah, anyway, now I'm going in with a cool tone brown, and I'm basically going to pack it on the outer part of my eye and across my crease. So the outer part of my eye, I'm just packing the color down, popping it down, and then I'm bringing it onto my crease, and I'm just going in very small back and forth motions to blend the very edges of that product out. When you're doing a smoky eye, you want to be in control of where you're putting your products, because if you just go all over and it's just smoky from the get-go, it's only God that can help you. It's not going to be me, okay? So pat the product down where you want it first. Then I'm now going in with a slightly smaller brush, and I am blending that cool tone brown into that camel bronzer color that we initially put down. The reason we put that camel color down is it softens it. It makes it look more cohesive, more soft, and not scary and angry, okay? But yeah, anyway, again, I'm going in, packing that cool tone brown down, and then I'm going in with a smaller brush, and I'm just kind of going in small back and forth motions, and I'm also using this to wing out this cool tone brown to make it nice and snatched, nice and lifted. Sorry to bang on about this, but when you are doing a smoky look, you can't just go in with the black straight away. You need to go in with like a nice browny bronzy color, just to give your eye a little bit of warmth. I feel like if you just go in with the grey, the black, the dark smoky colors from the get-go, I don't know, it's just a bit scary. But yeah, as you can see, I'm now going back in with that bronzer color with that big fluffy brush, and I'm just warming up the edges of that cool tone brown. But go in between your products, add more of that cool tone brown in, then go back in with your nice bronzy color and blend out the edges. I'm telling you, if you are doing a smoky look and you just use your dark cool tone colors, it's not going to make sense. Going in with a nice brown color first gives your eye more definition, more, it just makes more sense, okay? Don't ask me why, just do as I do, and you'll get an eye look that looks like mine. Anyway, I'm now going in with the Smoky Kohl liner in the shade Black Velvet from e.l.f. and I'm basically kind of using this as a base for the black eyeshadow that I'll later use. So I'm keeping it quite tight on my lid. Again, I said it before, I'll say it again. When you're doing a smoky look, if you just go and put that product everywhere, it will not be me that will help you. You will have to call out to Jesus, okay? Keep the product where you want it, because then you can go in with your brush later on and blend it out, wing it out. But if you take that product too far up on your eye, it's going to be giving very draggy. And I mean, if that's what you want, fairs, but that wasn't the look I was going for. So yeah, anyway, now I'm going in with the e.l.f. Smoke and Smudge eyeliner brush, and I'm basically blending out the edges of where I put the eyeliner first, and then I'm blending in the center. See why I say be particular and precise about where you want your dark smoky colors, because when you blend it out, it spreads out, if that makes sense. So imagine if that, what the eyeshadow looks like now, what the black looks like now, imagine if that was the initial placement, and then when I'm blending it, it's just going to go in places where I don't want it to go. Whereas I kept it quite tight. Now I can go back in with my brush and blend it and take it where I want it to be. Whereas if I had just put it like all over the place, I'm going to have nowhere to blend it to. And it's going to look like a hot mess. But yeah, I'm then going back in with some more black, popping it on my lid, blending it out. Get this as intense as you want it. You could leave it here, but I wanted the black because I wanted the silver, the shimmer to pop. So I'm gonna go in with some black eyeshadow, and I'm just gonna pop it over top of my eyeshadow. So yeah, going in with some black eyeshadow, and I'm just popping it on top. Then I'm going to go in, I think I go in with a fluffy brush, and I just kind of blend out the edges of the black. Again, do you see how when I'm placing the black down, I'm particular about where I put it and precise with my application, but then I now go in with the fluffy brush and I blend out the edges. This is when I wing it out and take it where I want it. Whereas imagine if I had already put it in a winged out shape all over my eyelid, where would I be blending it to? It'd be going up into my brows. So I cannot stress it enough. When you are doing a smoky look, little is more. Or is it less is more? I think less is more. Because when you're blending it out, the product is going to move. It's going to get more smokier, okay? So less is more. Then I'm going back in with my bronzer colour, and again, just buffing out the edges, winging it out. I'm really using this brown color to kind of blend out the edges of the black, because as I said, I hate harsh lines. I'm going back in with my Smoky Kohl eyeliner in the shade Black Velvet, and I'm putting it in my waterline. Try to make sure your waterline is dry, because this eye was wet, and as you can see, I was having issues. But on the other eye where it was dry, the product was nice and dark and juicy, and I feel like Black Velvet is the perfect name for this eyeliner. It was dark, it was velvety, it was tea. Then I go back in with my Smoky Smudge eyeliner brush, and I just blend it out. And to be honest, you can see how beautiful and smoky the bottom of my waterline is looking. Very nice, very gorgeous. Then for the actual star of the moment, the reason why all the girls are here, e.l.f., you ate with this. I would love to just have this in a single palette, like just this shimmer alone. She is literally fantabulous. So yeah, I pop it on my lid. Again, also with shimmer, be precise about your application. Don't just be putting it everywhere, okay? With shimmers, again, if you place this product everywhere, when you're now trying to blend it, you're going to have to blend it into your eyebrow, into your nose, and into your forehead. Whereas if you are precise with your application, you can then go in with a little smudge brush, which is what I'm doing, and you blend it out with just small pulling back and forth motions. You don't need to do the whole big circular, none of that, okay? The shimmer will move, just a small pulling back and forth motions, and I kind of bring it quite high up to my eyebrow, but it wasn't looking as diffused as I wanted it to look, so I went in with a tiny little blending brush, and again, still the same motion, small pulling, small back and forth. You don't need to be doing 360 circle of life, none of that. So yeah, again, less is more. I realised at this point that actually I want more shimmer. So what do you see me do? I go in with more shimmer. Whereas if I had put more shimmer on my face initially, what would I have done if I said, God, I don't want more shimmer? Do you see how I'm saying it's not going to be me that helps you? It will be God. So just listen to me when I say less is more. With shimmer, with smoky looks, to be honest, with your makeup in general, if you go and put 12 gallons of foundation on your face and you realise that actually this is too much foundation, what will you do? Exactly. I don't know. But anyway, as you can see, blending, very gorgeous, very beautiful. And I'm kind of like smoking it out at the top because I wanted a smoky look. Then I'm going back in with me Kohl eyeliner and I'm just making the edges, like the outer edge of my eye and inner, like a part of my eye more smoky, more dark. And I'm also winging it out to give me this sultry, snatched look. Like later on when I do my foundation and I do my concealer, I can go and snatch this up and it's going to be looking like really tea actually. Yeah, more blending. Again, do you see? Small back and forth. I realised that I wanted my shimmer more blendy. I'm going back in, doing more blending. It's really not rocket science. But yeah, do you see how stunning it is? Like e.l.f., if you are watching this, just make a full-on line with just shimmers, particularly this one with this consistency, with you did your big one. Aye, well done you, e.l.f. But yeah, do you guys see? Do you see? I hope you're seeing. Anyway, I then go in with the Incredi-curl mascara, which has a really nice curved one. I'm just going to go in and I'm just going to lay this on my eyes before I go in with some cluster lashes. So the lashes that I used were these lashes from Shein and I cut them up into little clusters. And what I personally like to do is I put my lash glue on my actual lash line. So I go in with like a really thin brush and then I apply the lash glue to my lash line. And then I'm just going to go in with some tweezers and I'm just going to pop the lashes on. I think I went in with about 3 of the clusters. I don't know. I went in until I thought it was enough. Because at first I tried a full lash, but it was looking very much jump scary and very much like I had like a sickness of the eye. I didn't really like it. So yeah, I'm telling you, cluster lashes. I'm then gonna go in and add a little bit more mascara. Oh no, I was adding mascara before I was adding the lashes on. But guys, can we talk about this shimmer? Like in all seriousness, are you seeing what I'm seeing? Are you seeing it? My eyes look like disco balls. I'm telling you, e.l.f, if you are listening, honestly, make an eyeshadow palette with just the shimmers, specifically this silver one.